Hi, welcome to this episode of Low Carb in the Leaves with me, Mary Barson from Real Life Medicine. You have to give yourself permission to try. And part of giving yourself permission to try something new is to give yourself permission to fail. Quite possibly everything you've ever been told about weight loss is not true. There has been such a strong emphasis for the last few decades on calorie counting and that weight loss is purely a matter of simple mathematics, and that if you simply consume less calories than you burn, then you'll lose weight. So what's your problem? Just go on and do it. If you can't do it, then it's obviously your fault. There's nothing wrong with my advice. The problem is you. And if you feel that that's what you've been getting from the weight loss industry, from your health professionals, year on, year out, then you're definitely not alone. I certainly got that as someone with polycystic ovarian syndrome, with severe insulin resistance. I saw all my dietitians. I went to the doctors. I did all the things that I was supposed to, and I could not lose weight, and I could not reverse my polycystic ovarian syndrome until I stumbled upon the hormonal theory of weight gain and weight loss. And I discovered that it is all hormones. It's not this stupid, simple mathematical equation. It's actually complex hormones. And you need to nurture your hormones back to health. And the best way to do that is with real food, low carb, real food. And the problem with this calorie in, calorie counting advice is that it does set us up for failure. And if you have repeatedly failed to lose weight year on, year out, diets work for a while, you lose some weight, because they do work short-term, calorie counting, but then it bounces back and all the weight comes back on, you're going to feel like a real failure. You're going to feel quite traumatized by the whole thing. This is horrible. Calorie counting doesn't work for the very simple reason that our bodies aren't dumb. If you could imagine that you earn $70,000 a year, and that you spend on all of your various things $70,000 a year. But then all of a sudden something happens and bang, your income gets dropped to $35,000 a year. I mean, you're not stupid. You don't want to lose your house and, end up in prison. So you drop your spending. That's what you do. It hurts. It's horrible. You don't like it. It's painful. It's not fun. It doesn't feel at all sustainable. But you drop your spending to match your $35,000 a year, for example. And our bodies also aren't dumb and they don't want to die. So if say we need 2,000 calories a day just to, be ourselves, just to beat our heart and pump our blood and just do all the things that require us to be living animals on this planet, 2,000 calories a day, and then all of a sudden you drop your calories to 1,000 calories a day or 1,200 calories a day. Our body doesn't want to die. It doesn't want to starve to death. It doesn't want everything to stop working. So it just reduces your calorie expenditure. And you do get tired, you get a bit cold, you get a bit lethargic, but your basal metabolic rate goes down to match your calorie intake. And it turns out our bodies are exquisitely good at doing this and will do it with reasonably short notice. And yes, there is some fat loss because it is there with calorie counting. The body will tap into those fat stores. Again, it doesn't want to die and starve to death, but the basal metabolic rate drops dramatically. And then it can stay dropped, depending on how long the calorie restriction was, for ages, even years, according to some studies. And then you just go back to eating normally because 1,200 calories a day was miserable and unsustainable. You just go back to eating, 2,000 calories a day of reasonable food, and all of a sudden you've got this big calorie mismatch. So you pack on all the weight again, plus some more. This is yo-yo dieting. This is why the advice doesn't work. And I don't know when it's going to change in the mainstream. I got that beautiful question from someone, I think Lisa Marie, that asked me, when will this advice change in the mainstream? I think it is slowly changing, but a lot of people have built their entire careers and their entire lives around this idea. So the cognitive dissonance is extreme. Okay, so here's, you get two doctors like Lucy and I from Real Life Medicine saying, look, we can help you lose weight. We're going to try this new thing. It's not, crazy radical, but it is, rather than focusing on how much you eat, we're going to focus on the quality of what you eat. We're going to change the quality of what you eat so that your metabolic hormones can be nourished back into health, so that you can start to lose weight naturally without that hunger. And it's going to change. You have to change your food. We'll support you. We'll help you do this, but it is going to be a change. A really common feeling that people have is like, I can't do that. Nothing I've ever done has ever worked. So why would this work? But then people can take it to the next stage, which is this intense fear of giving it a crack. Because, if this doesn't work, well, what then? And that they've tried so much and failed so much, they're afraid to try again. And this is where the beautiful mindset comes in. So yeah, we can heal your metabolism with low carb, real food. And later on, once you're fat adapted, with intermittent fasting, and it works beautifully. It really, really works. But for it to work, you have to do it. And then the rest is that mindset management. And one important part of mindset management, a vital part, is to be kind to yourself and to accept that there are going to be slip-ups and failures along the way, and that's okay. It's fine. You can do that. And you can still progress even if it isn't perfect. Beautiful people. So our 12-week mind-body rebalance program has cut open today. We're super, super excited. So this is a 3-month program with Lucy and I, lots of access to us, where we help beautiful people like you, women and men, lose weight sustainably with healing your metabolism and managing your mind. And it's available today. We've got various payment plan options available, and the way to check it out is to go to our website, rlmedicine.com. I'll put the links in the messages below. And also I've got a free masterclass tomorrow night, and again on Wednesday afternoon. So we're covering various timelines because we're getting lots of people from other countries, Northern Hemisphere countries. Hello, Northern Hemisphere. So do check that out. I will put them in the links as well. For us Southern Hemisphere people, for us, Australian, New Zealand people in our little slice, because it's, it's longitude, not latitude. Yeah, for people in our area, it's Tuesday evening, 7:30 Melbourne time. And for people in other latitudes and time zones around the world, I'll put the link below. It's going to be roughly, it's going to be Wednesday lunchtime, Australia time. So I'll put the links below. So one is going to be rlm.com/weight loss for the Australian time zone, and the other one is going to be rlmedicine/weight loss USA for the more USA friendly time zone. All right, it's been wonderful talking to you people. Give yourselves permission to try. It's the only way that anything is ever going to change is if you open yourself up to the possibility of trying and to the possibility of failing, and understanding that failing is actually okay.